Hello everyone, welcome to the 101% podcast where we talk about mindset, motivation, discipline, how to always push yourself, how to become a beast and how to defeat struggle. This podcast will help you to get a better life, that's 101% for sure. I'm your host Joakim and together with me is the co-host and my sister Annika. Welcome to this podcast. Hello again Annika.
Hello again.
Then we are in the second episode we are recording today. First one was a Q&A, and now we're gonna go to Q&A part two. So we not have so much to say now. We just want to straight into the business and answer your listeners on your questions. So Annika, you have a very good guard, yeah? So I would like you to take the first question. I will also answer, but after you.
Okay, awesome.
You know, I'm a gentleman, so the ladies first.
That is awesome. Thank you. I see the first question up is, why do you guys not discuss politics on your podcast? This is something that we talked about, Joakim and me. What are the goals of our podcast? What are the focus? Which is to motivate people and inspire people. And even though we have a lot of political opinions, this is not the right arena for it.
I think exactly the same, Annika, yeah. Because we would like to motivate and inspire people, yeah. And politics is not positive, it's negative, yeah. And if me and Annika discuss politics, we're not gonna do something better for your life or make your life better. So we just throw away the shit and motivate and inspiring and share things who can make your life better. And so the politicians, yeah, they can talk about this politics all they want. We're not gonna waste our time to speak about that. So have you guys had some close death experience before?
I don't think so. I can't come up with anything. How about you, my brother?
I have multiple times I've been close to that. And I've been many times in Thailand, but I don't want to talk about that. But I can tell a story, another one from when I was very young. I think I was around 10 years old. I had a very close death experience. It was done with my grandfather. He lived 200 meters from us, and the septic tank was full of shit, and it cannot go out. So they have take away the manhole cover, and some car gonna come and suck it up and fix something. The shit not go out. And me and my brother would like to go down and see it. Parents, no, you cannot go. It can be dangerous, and just wait. And we ask and keep asking, and they say, okay, but be very careful and stay away from this area. Yeah, no problem. Of course we're gonna do. I say I was 10 years old, and my brother was 8. And we went down, and it was summer, and I asked my grandmother, can I get some ice cream for me and my brother? Yeah, just go and take. And I run inside, take 2 ice cream. And I came out again, 2 ice cream, and down in the garden, yeah, my brother stand. And this was the place where the septic tank and the manhole cover was taken away. And I look, and it was shit all the way up, but it looked like the manhole cover was there, yeah? Because it was formed like the manhole cover. I have 2 ice cream like this. Say, hello, brother, I have ice cream for us. And I walk, yeah, like this. And I just step on the things I think was the manhole cover. And I went straight down. But luckily, I saw very quickly reflexes. With some Aikido, out with my hands. Like this. And luckily, I stopped myself. So I have shit from my breast and all the way down. And I was angry. And I just woke up again. Shit all off my clothes. Went over to my brother. Here, brother, I have this ice cream for you. And then I just run away because I was very, I was angry and scared and like this. Almost die. If I not have out with my hands, I die 100% for sure because it was 4 meters down, yeah, full of shit. And I went down to my to the beach, and my grandfather have a little boat, yeah, on 2 meters long, and it was full of water, fresh water in it because of the rain. And I just jump in this water and wash myself. And and my brother come down. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. But this one you not tell anyone. And if you not do, I will give you everything I have in my bank account. This was 6,540 kroner Norwegian. So you're gonna get this one, yeah? You don't tell anyone. And I run home, take a shower, and then I go inside my room and lock the door and never gonna come out. Yeah. So that was a very close that experience.
Yeah.
One of many.
And luckily, we can sit here over 30 years after and laugh about it because it went well. You saved yourself, you saved the ice creams, and
Yeah, absolutely.
everything went well.
That's right.
And I think that is not how your story was written. You were not supposed to die as a child in a horrible way like that. You have so much to give to so many people, and I am forever grateful that you are still alive and that you are still giving your best to everyone around you and to all our listeners at our podcast. So I'm truly grateful for that.
Absolutely. Me too. I thank God so much that I still am alive and let him send his guardian angel to take care of me that day. So I'm so happy for that.
Mm-hmm.
So Annika, do you become stressed as a 101% person? If yes, how do you guys handle it?
Yes, for sure. And I think especially because I'm a 100% person, I get very stressed because it is so important for me to do things right, and I go so all in and I want to perform at the best. So because of it, I am very stressed. But in the recent years, I've been working a lot with trying to get a better mindset about things, calm down and don't stress so much and not have so much migraine, not have so much bad consequences because of it. So I've been working a lot the last few years with being more kinder to myself. And also that is why I have this mentality where I just stop focusing about things that's not important, because why occupy my body and my heart rate and my head about these things? If I'm stressed, I almost don't sleep at night and my head goes crazy. So for me, it's important to just live a life where I'm just occupied by the things that is important to me, and I honestly don't care about the rest, because that kind of stress is not worth it. And then I focus about the things that I am passionate about and the things that's very important for me to have an impact on. And those things I still stress about because it is important for me to perform well in our podcast and in my fights and in my training. And this kind of stress keeps me disciplined. When I don't go to training, it bugs me so bad because I'm stressed. I have a fight next week. I have to train as best as I can. So I think you need a certain amount of stress, but you need to control it and you need to have a good relationship to all of your thoughts. If stress becomes your enemy, it can ruin your health so much, your heart rate and everything. But if you control stress, then it is kind of like a tool. And I know Joe Rogan, he is a person I look up to in many ways. So Joe Rogan said this quote about a hammer. You can use it to build your home, or you can hit yourself in the head with it. You choose. And it is a very clarifying quote, because how do you choose to use the things around you? Do you use stress as a tool to get you out of the door and get things done? Or do you let it control you, keep you up at night, really dig deep into you? So I mean that learn all the things that's around you in life, learn about the demons that you have, learn about the stress that you have, learn how to control it, and have a good relationship to it, because we will have these kind of challenges along with us throughout our life.
That's absolutely a great way to handle it.
How about you, Joakim?
For me, I have to try to calm down, sit down, relax a little bit. And it's so important. I have to clear my mind and thoughts. Because if I have so many things I have to do, I get stressed because I have to do this, I have to do this. I want to get it away and get finished with it. So then I just have to take it easy and I have to clear my mind. I have to organize it inside my mind, what I'm gonna do first, then I'm gonna do this. And when everything is in right order and like this, then I take away a lot of the stress, because I need structure, yeah, in things I do. Because if it is a chaos, I get very stressed. But I worked a lot about this, and no, I'm not so stressed anymore. I get stressed, but I handle it in a greater way. So that's work for me. What do you guys feel when you lose in a competition? For example, a game, or when you play card or something like that. What do you feel, Annika?
I hate losing. I will be honest with you. And I think in periods of time in my life, I have been more competitive or less competitive. But in general, I hate losing.
Me too. Same too. I not play for lose. I play for to win because it's much more funny if you try to win. So if I lose, I get a little bit angry. I want to do it more because I want to get the win back. So I think it's more funny when you have the winner's mindset.
Definitely. And here's another question. What country do you guys want to live in the future and why?
Start with T and end with Thailand. Thailand gonna be my country. It's an amazing country and it's magic. You cannot find so funny, charming place anywhere in the world. I have talked with a lot of guys who have traveled all around the world and they say Thailand is absolutely the best one. And you never gonna pass them because it's the people. They are so great, so funny, good energy and so good vibes. And you feel very good when you are around Thai people. Of course, they are happy people and a lot of smile. And also the food is amazing. For me personal, the best food in the world. It's so many good tastes. And the weather is also amazing and very many beautiful and charming Thai ladies, of course, for us guys. And the atmosphere is good. And it's also a very safe place. So that's gonna be my place in the future.
Does the podcast make you guys to a better person? If yes, in what ways?
Yes, I think for sure this has been such a great journey already. We're in the beginning phase of it, but already it has been so beneficial for our relationship and also the personal development within ourselves. As we mentioned earlier in the podcast, these conversations me and Joakim have had for years. So we have always been this enthusiastic about personal development and sharing good thoughts and finding good ideas and quotes and lessons to teach each other on our scheduled champ talks, as we used to call them. But the only change now is that when we will talk in front of a camera and in front of a microphone, we dig even deeper into things to share more quality in a way. And also, we go out of our comfort zone and we go deeper into these kind of things. So I for sure think it's been very beneficial for the both of us, and I'm really grateful for this journey, and I can't wait to see what it has ahead of us.
Absolutely. Me too. Very excited for this journey.
That is awesome. Okay, Joakim, next up. Are you worried about your financial situation now? Do you worry a lot about money since the only income stream you have now is the podcast?
Yes, I am worried about that. I think about it all day. Because money is so important. You need money to run your life. So I think a lot about it. And that's keep me to work extremely hard and never to slow down. Because I tell myself, yeah, you have to work to survive just to push myself more. Because the money just go down more and more every day in my account and I not get nothing in there. So it is a worry, but I think I handle it good because I work as good and hard as I can every day. I always try to deliver and keep doing as best as I can, and the money will come. So we just keep do as good as I can, and it will be better in the future.
Because you made a very bold move. I think that very few people would dare to do what you do because it is a risk. You quit your job, you sell your apartment, you have a lot of responsibilities being a single parent for your daughter. But what you explained to us now is that this kind of risks motivate you. It's not that you're going to stay in the old life until you get the results that you want, because you know that you wouldn't kind of get them by working for the system and all this. So you risk things to achieve your goals, but you stay very responsible. So this is only positive for your life. You're very disciplined. You work even harder. So that is really inspiring to see.
Absolutely. You have to take some risk. Scare money, don't make money. You have to take some risk in the life. Because if you play it safe all the time, it won't take you anywhere.
And I see someone is getting inspired by your push-ups. You have been posting them on your social media accounts, especially on Snapchat lately. And one listener is asking you, what is your record?
My push-ups record is 92 push-ups. And that's happened a morning. in around 2 years ago, 6:15 in the morning. So 92 push-ups is my record. So Annika, what is the most hour you have trained in 1 week?
I see, when I look back into the tracking, I think it was 26 hours. And that was also a lot of like hard hours, like sparrings and intervals. And it was a lot, and it was too much. That was a period of time where things were not that calm and quiet around me. So I just really trained hard, and my body was aching. And every night I kind of fell asleep and I felt so fragile. It felt like if someone would poke me with a feather, my body would just break in a way because I was so overtrained. And so that was too much. But it was a period of time when I was testing my boundaries a bit too, and tracking for educational purposes in a way, so that I could see, okay, this was my breaking point.
A smart way to do it, because if you don't do it, how you then know how hard you can train?
That is very true. And in the third episode of this podcast, we talked a lot about this, about my burnouts, and why I actually think it is beneficial to, at one point, test the boundaries and see where is the limit. And I also see that someone is asking here, how much do I train now and how is the lifestyle as an athlete? And now, after I moved to Phuket, as I mentioned, I don't have fight camps as I used to before, because now I don't have a job and I don't have studies, so all I do is train. So now I am about like 15 hours a week. 15 to 20 is like ideal. And my lifestyle here is that I wake up, pray before sunrise, go to morning session, have a few hours of recovery, and then an afternoon session. It all depends on what my focus is. When I've been focusing on my MMA fights lately, I've been training mostly wrestling and BJJ. But now, since I'm fighting Muay Thai next week, I'm only training Muay Thai morning and afternoon. And then, of course, I do cardio in between. I do air dine and I do long distance runs, and I mix it in with some weightlifting. So my lifestyle is, as an athlete, is very fulfilling. I feel like I get the best out of my time here. And then there is a question here from our listener. It is much more fun to sit in my sofa and play Candy Crush and eat candy than it is to exercise. What advice do you have for me to get up from the sofa, to get in shape?
So then I will recommend you start small, look some motivation, and try to fire yourself up, yeah? Get excited. And then you take a walk, and when you come home, you can take a carrot and eat that and reward yourself. And you can say, hey, I'm the man. I just walk a trip. And then you can try to talk positive to yourself and embrace the good feeling you have after this trip, yeah? And next time you can work longer, yeah? And you start building a habit, as we talked about earlier. And you can tell yourself, yeah, if you want to play Candy Crush, you have to walk a trip first to make you deserve it. And then after you walk a trip and you deserve it, I can guarantee you feel much better to play Candy Crush because you deserve it. So try that.
And I think it is a good advice to kind of make it specific. You write that you want to get in shape. How? Is it like cardio focused? Is it like weightlifting? What is the goals here? And then specify for yourself, maybe write it down. And then also you write about Candy Crush. If that is something that gives you a reward, like you feel happy when you play Candy Crush, it can be a reward, as my brother says. But if it is something that kind of is consuming you and it's a kind of like a struggle that you want to escape, then maybe deleting the app would be a huge benefit, because we know that these kind of apps and scrolling on TikTok and everything, it is so time consuming and it is very addictive actually. So the time just flies. So if it is a hinder for you, maybe it's good to just delete it and don't let it control you at all. But if it is a reward and something that makes you happy, try to maybe schedule it, maybe half an hour you can play Candy Crush and that's it.
Great advice. Can you both describe a great moment from your life where you had a happiness feeling that's come to your mind? Hey, can I start?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. It was many years ago, back when I work at the sea. It was around 18 years ago. I was 20. And I work at the sea in cold in Norway, winter time, and we have been in the Barents Sea in the north of Norway and work very hard for some months. And then we were finished, and I sit up with together with the captain, and we had work, and we have finished, cleaned the boat, everything was finished, and we have around 2 more days before we're gonna come home. And I sit just have a watch out and help to look after boat. And I think, okay, now I work for 3 months, and I look out the window, and it was out in the ocean, and it was sunset. I see the sun start to go down, still light. It was very beautiful, and it came some waves, and then it came some water at the window, and I look out in the horizon, see how beautiful it was. I was only 20 years old, gonna have a free time for 3 months now. I have a lot of money in my bank, and in 3 more days I'm gonna fly to Thailand and be there for many months. And it was just an amazing feeling. And I look and I'm so young, and I have so much of the life in front of me, and about the sunset, and about the water on the window, and I have money in the bank, and I'm gonna have free time, and we will finish with all the hard work, and we can take down the guard. What a great feeling. That was one of those small moments something happened inside the body. Good memories.
Well, it has created a really good feeling in you that has stuck with you for such a long time.
Yeah, I think about that sometime. It was great. And sometime in the life, you get those feelings. It can be only small things that happen. So that's great, yeah? Hunting for those moments. So what about you, Annika? Is it some special thing from your life that come to your minds now?
There are so many things that just fall into my mind, but I think I have many great memories from my childhood when we were outside playing in the grass. It was summer, and also there's many times that I've been feeling that a memory has been created, because many times you only long back to a specific memory, but sometimes I actually feel like, oh, this is such a blessing. I feel that this is a memory right here that is being created. And that is just like when I have been with you guys, been with some of my closest friends, and I just feel so at peace. I feel so safe. I feel so inspired, and I feel so much love. So there has been many great ones like that, and especially also from my career as a social worker, there has been times when I've been working with someone that has had many challenges, and we've had like a really deep conversation, and when you kind of just see that person have a lot of hope or have a lot of like good feelings for their own life, of own achievements, or pride that they take in their own life, like that is some of the best feelings, when you just really see the happiness that they feel powerful, they feel hope on how they will change. So I think some of the strongest, most powerful and meaningful moments I've had has been in my career as a social worker. There is so many great and powerful memories from that time.
Great to hear. Good memories. So who is Annika in a short description?
Very short, I am 101% person. I go all into everything I do. I'm very passionate. I am very happy about the life that I'm living now. Everything is about developing myself to become the best version of myself. So I'm doing that in all areas of life, and still very humble, still learning, still in a process that will never end. So that was in short.
If you would like to support this podcast with a small donation, so we can keep growing this show and make this podcast better for you guys, we have some donation link on our homepage, the 101percentpodcast.com. The percent sign you have to write with letters. You can donate with PayPal, debit and credit card. We also have Vips for the Norwegian, Swedish, Denmark and Finland. And we also take crypto donation. We appreciate all donation. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast.
How about you, Joakim?
Who is Joakim? In short description. Joakim is a guy who is loved by ladies and feared by the men. I'm joking. I am a humble guy who are super disciplined and extreme hard on my goals. Nice and kind with others, and hard and brutal against myself. I'm also a 101%, a member in the Annika's club. I like to have structure, clean, good organizing around me. I love to learn and grow as a person. I like to exercise, take care of my body. Your body is your own house and also your own temple. And also take care of my health. Love to spend time with my daughter. Most important goal is to be a great father and a great mentor for my daughter. I like to spend time with my closest friend, talk and laugh. To sit down with your boys and talk fun and laugh is some of the most funniest thing a guy can do. I love to travel and experience new things, meet new people and see new places. I like to visualize and reflect on my life. Work on my mind and on my body. Like to live my life on my own terms and do what I want, when I want, where I want. I am, between you and me guys, introverted, believe it or not. I like to stay in my own company a lot. I am a thinker, and I generally care about other people and wish the best for everyone else. How does Annika's life look like in 5 years?
I think in 5 years I'll be 31, and at that point, I don't know, maybe we have started a family already, maybe the career is over and that I have achieved my goals. That is important for me until I take off my gloves for the last time. I don't know where we'll be living, but I know that I will be doing things that's very meaningful for me. I'll still be talking my opinion. I'll still reach out. I'll still invest my heart into projects that's very important for me. And I'm not quite sure right now what fields that will be, if I'll go back to the children's services or working with substance abusers or working full-time as a social worker, or maybe not, maybe starting my own kind of project. So there's a lot of ideas in my mind, but right now it's important for me to not share too much about it. Keep it kind of close, and then I'll let my results be more public as they come.
Very interesting to hear, and we are very excited to see where your life will take you. Wish you the best.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And I'm so grateful that you will always be a big part of it. Always follow my journey wherever it goes.
Absolutely. I'm so lucky I can be a part of your journey.
Thank you. It is very important for me. And the older I get, the more I realize that this is the meaning of life. It is staying true to the closest one to me. It is always having a good relationship to you guys, always doing things that makes me happy and focus about things that I am passionate about. And how about you, Joakim? How will your life look 5 years from now?
In 5 years, I'm gonna be a billionaire, a lot of private jets, supercar, mansion all around the world, and 4 supermodels as wife. I see the picture already. No, I'm joking. In 5 years, how my life's gonna look like. Hopefully, I have done it well in the business, so I can rent out some house and apartment in Norway. That's one of my goals. I'm gonna live in Thailand with my daughter, as I have say 100 times, but I just take it 101 time for sure. I live in Thailand together with my daughter. We have a nice apartment that we own, very rich, on different successful digital businesses. Exercise a lot, still look like Hercules. Great relationship with my daughter, closest family and closest friend. Travel a lot around the world and know a lot of exciting people. And living a very exciting life. Still working as hard as now. Keep providing good and valuable information to our listeners and to the world. And I have have built a big orphanage in Thailand for poor and unprivileged children, and give them a good life and a good future.
That is awesome. And I know that you are such a hard worker. I know that you will achieve all the goals that you set for yourself. And I just wanted to ask you, do you feel like your focus or visions has changed throughout the life? Like Joakim as a teenager, Joakim in his 20s, after you became a father, after you moved back to Norway, like has your values or goals changed a lot throughout this process? Or has it been the same?
After I moved back from Thailand, yeah, I value more family, try to find more peace, and try to find out what I really like would like to do in the life, and want to work about that. Some values are the same, and some I have changed. It's very important for me now to be a good dad and to be a good person for the people around me, a close family, but also other people. I would like to be a good person and wish and hope for the best for people, and try to get as much out of life as I can, yeah. Because we only live one time, and we only have so much time in this earth. So I think about I want to take good care of my time and try to live my life on my own terms.
That is awesome and very great finishing words, I think. The time really flies. I see that we still have some questions from our listeners that we haven't been able to answer to. So we'll have to record another episode for that.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's some question left. Then we will take it next time. It will be Q&A part 3, because it's important for us. When you listeners send in question for us, we would like to answer everyone. So today's episode was recorded November 5th, 2024. And in next episode, it will be more Q&As, part 3.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram on this podcast account, the 101% podcast. If you like this episode, make sure to share this podcast episode with a friend and review the show on Apple Podcast. Thank you to all the audience for listening. We appreciate you all a lot. Hope that you will come back and listen to our next episode. Until next time, take care and give it your best.